If you guys been wondering what makes this clip so epic, Shotzzy comes out while in the grand finals of the Monster Energy Invitational and not only manages to pick up a triple kill, but does manage to get this insane ninja on to Envoy, basically wiping out all of the Gentlemates. But it was this jump around that everybody has been going absolutely nuts for. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what Shotzzy did here to make this happen. So right off the bat in this fight, we have, let me get back to the right spot. So Shotzzy immediately picks up 2. He gets the kill onto Ghosty on the outer on this hard point. He jumps in, getting the trade onto Sib. Sib is sitting in outer, and then you have Ghosty, Neptune, and Envoy sitting back on the outside of the point. So Shotzzy will first get the couple of free kills that are available. Well, he does have to chow a little bit on a Ghosty, but he does manage to get the movement there. Throws the nade here to clear out, but Neptune comes in shortly behind. Shotzzy sees him coming, hears the shots as Neptune tries to pre-fire, but it's right here where Envoy takes this opportunity. And what this clip is this is just a showcase as to why Shotzzy is one of the best players in the CDL era, if not the best player in the CDL era. So in this moment here, Shotzzy is fighting against Neptune. Shotzzy already is at low health. Neptune starts shooting, knocks him down. Shotzzy at this point is one shot. He is one bullet. Doesn't matter what hits him. He's dead the moment that shot comes through and takes him down. So Envoy realistically has no reason to not chow this. Looking at the map here, knowing what the team knows is that the rest of Optic are going to be right behind. They want to look at getting a break. Envoy wants to be able to try and get this break, preventing more time to come in, and then hopefully play his life and hold this point to allow more time for the rest of his team to come in and be able to hold this time. Because right now, especially, they need to stop Optic from getting as much time as possible. So he knows that Shotzzy is one shot, especially with the health bars being up on the screen. It only becomes more and more relevant. So Envoy, like any other player would do, decides, I'm going to chow this. I'm going to take down Shotzzy and go for the break. So he chows, goes for the break, but what he does not predict, you can see it here, Envoy gets the slide. If this were a game without wall bouncing, Shotzzy is dead. There's no doubt about it. Shotzzy is completely exposed here. He has no way of escape. He's one shot with the speed of the Omni movement. Envoy gets in there and takes him down. But Shotzzy anticipates that Envoy would be there. I don't know if he heard him through perks or what was exactly happening, but Shotzzy at least anticipated that there was going to be somebody else coming through. He probably knew that it was going to be Envoy since he had already taken out Ghosty and Sib. Earlier in the play, you can see he's got his pistol out. He's pre-aiming that point, knowing that, having a pretty good idea that Envoy was going to be coming through that door. So Envoy goes for the chow, and you can even see here, even before Envoy begins his slide, Shotzzy is already bouncing off the wall. And knowing right here that he gets behind. So now that Shotzzy has jumped, he sees Envoy's foot here as he slides. He knows that Envoy is committing to this, and at this point, Shotzzy already knows he's won the fight. Envoy has slid in. He's pre-firing, goes to get those shots. Shotzzy's not there, and instead, Shotzzy is behind him and is able to grab him for the ninja and run away with it. And now making Envoy look real silly. But the biggest thing to highlight here is this is where you can see what separates Shotzzy from the rest of the players. Okay, so he gets this kill on a Neptune. He jumps up here. He has just this tiny little bit. He knows that if somebody is going to chow him from this door here, he knows that he is that he knows that they're going to be challenging him from the door. And he also knows, looking at the rest of his team, because Shotzzy just has such a strong build-up and understanding of his minimap awareness, he knows that Hook and Mercules are lurking right here, most likely watching that outer side. You can even see actually their arrows are pointed that way. They have his outer covered. So if Ghosty and Sib were to come out outer, there's already 2 guns waiting for them there. So Shotzzy can then keep his focus here on the door, and then as Envoy comes in, He just knows that he's one shot, so he knows that in order for him to survive, he has to go for something crazy. He can't get hit, and the only way to not get hit is to get behind them. So he jumps around using the wall to bounce behind Envoy, and so he gets behind Envoy and grabs a hold of him, and now he's even got the body shield. So with the body shield as well, if for some reason Sib and Ghosty were coming through the door or they were right behind him and a lot closer, he has the shield to be able to help keep himself alive and doesn't have to worry about that one shot unless Sib is or Ghosty are going to be able to hit some like godlike shot. But his health is already regenning even before Sib and Ghosty get around. So even though Shotzzy is low on health, he's managed to stay alive long enough. He gets the kill onto Envoy, prevents the break. So even though Hook goes down here from Ghosty, it's immediate, and Shotzzy still maintains full control. Optic now have easy control onto this point, and Dashy, seeing the time left on this point, seeing the control the rest of his team has, looks to rotate towards the next point. And so that right there shows not only the heads up. The main thing I wanted to highlight from this, though, is the heads up from Shotzzy. In the situation that he was in, knowing that once he killed Neptune, he was low, knowing the situation that he was in, his minimap display, his minimap awareness allows him to see that his outer is being watched by his teammates, so the only thing he has to do is not get hit from the guy coming in the door. And even if somebody comes here and slides and chows him and kills him from the door, there's both Hook and Mercules are back here, so even if somebody were to come through the door, they still can get a gun over there by the time the Shotzzy would be killed. But Shotzzy takes the advantage of the wall bounce, jumps behind Envoy, and grabs him, making for one of the sickest plays in the entire tournament, and arguably what could be the clip of the year right off the bat. So Shotzzy is already looking to be absolutely disgusting, and it's moments like that, it's those heads-up displays, it is those things right there that make Shotzzy just different than everybody else, and it is one of the reasons why Shotzzy is one of the best players in the CDL era.